On the bill, Madam President, anytime we can help expand voting rights is a day we should celebrate. And this bill helps to do that in a number of different ways. While we see many states that are, especially down south, that are restricting voting rights, we are still at work trying to expand voting rights. And Madam President, you know as a former Secretary of the State that Connecticut is certainly not perfect in this venue or in this space, but we are working towards really more access for people. And there are just so many sections in this bill that help to bring about more access, such as automatic voter registration, such as the provision Senator Haskell talked about, a number of ways in which people have more access to help elect the representatives that they feel will do the best job. And sometimes that's Democratic, sometimes that's Republican. And Madam President, you know, you think about all of us here who, and I'll use the term of political animals, we think about these things all the time. We think about voting, we think about elections, we think about the policies that we're putting forward and how our constituents will react to that. We listen to them about the bills that we want to put forward. And then we go back to them every 2 years to say, well, how did we do? And whether or not they re-elect us or elect somebody else. And that is part of the fabric of what makes our country so great, is that we go back and basically give our constituents a report card or give them the work that we've done, and they, I guess, grade us by whether or not they elect us or not elect us. And so we want to have more people who have that opportunity to be able to say and have their voices heard. But we know that not everybody thinks about voting or policy or the political world or government as much as we do all the time. And that people may think at the last minute, boy, I really want to vote absentee. Oh, I can't believe I've got to go down to the library or at my printer and print out that form and send it in. Why can't I just do this online? You could probably hear my kids' generation, who are my oldest, who's now able to vote, and completely frustrated by the fact that he would have to print out a form. You know, I'm not even sure he would know what that meant, rather than just do it online and not have that ability to do it quickly and then get his ballot in the mail. Or the fact that people who use those drop boxes, and I watched them this fall when I dropped my ballot off, the people who were just coming and dropping them off and dropping them off and dropping them off because they were so excited to participate, and they could do it on their time. And those ballots, and so we saw that as more people voted absentee, it didn't help one side or the other, but it provided more access to our citizenry to be able to participate in their democracy. As a matter of fact, there's a report out, a national report, that looks at, because other states have done this stuff for far longer than we have, and it showed very easily that it doesn't help one side or the other, but it does help to expand voting rights for people in the state of Connecticut. And that's what we want to do. That's why we have those other House resolutions that have come up about our constitutional amendments, to fix some of the things that have restricted people's ability to vote in the manner in which they think is most convenient and safe and effective for them. So, Madam President, it's great that we want to give people some time off to be able to vote, because how many times have we heard, I can't get time off to be able to vote and exercise my right? It's great that we want to be able to allow people to automatically register, that we've provided other opportunities like the drop boxes and other measures in this bill. There's just too many to name. So I just want to, again, thank everybody who has had their fingerprints on this bill, because it has truly been a collaboration of so many voices who have said, here's an issue we should be discussing, here's an issue we should be discussing, and this will make our democracy stronger by being able to provide better access to the people who want to vote on Election Day. And you'd be surprised that There are a lot of people out there who want to vote and don't vote or can't vote because for a variety of reasons. And these kinds of bills that we do here will certainly provide those who are registered or want to register to vote to be able to vote and have their voices counted, so that when we are passing legislation in here and we go back to our constituents and we provide them with all the information that we've done, they can grade us and say whether or not they like the job we were doing, didn't like the job we were doing. We feel confident that the people in our districts, all of them, who can vote, have had that opportunity to be able to vote. So, Madam President, I urge my colleagues to support the legislation. Thank you.